All right, folks. Happy Christmas, or is it Merry Christmas? Anyway, Nacho Don here. Today I'm going to talk about Ripple. Uh, those of you who might have been in crypto years ago, or those of you who might be in crypto now, obviously there's something going on with Ripple. They're getting sued by the SEC. Um, in what I would amount to is probably some kind of shakedown. They've already rejected a settlement. But what I wanted to get into today was to talk about a little bit about, why you really don't want to go it alone uh, in this crypto walk, because this could be pretty terrifying stuff, and you've got to realize that I say it all the time. Crypto is full of some of the best people in the world and some of the biggest scumbags in the world. Um, is this guy, Chris Larson, one of the biggest scumbags? Well, I'm going to let you make that decision for yourself. But let's get right into it. As you can see here, December 1st, 2020 was when this article was put out. And there's things in crypto where they show like what they call whale moves, because everything's on a blockchain, it's transparent. You could simply write a little bit of code, and people have done this, and plug it into your Twitter, and you can be notified when vast amounts of one coin or another is moving. And some people will take that as a sign of, okay, big sells are coming up, or possibly big buys are coming up, and things like that, depending on how you interpret the data. And sometimes it's all just a sort of like a scare tactic, get scare people to sell and things like that, to manipulate the price. There's a lot of manipulation that goes on in crypto, and it's just part of the game. It is what it is. So here we see Chris Larson moved a whopping 1.5 billion. How do they know it was him? Well, because they know his addresses. This guy made a big settlement with Ripple years ago. He's one of the co-founders, and they had a falling out or whatever. And he basically made this huge settlement where he got billions of dollars in XRP that were going to be released to him. I think it's a weekly or a monthly basis for the next X amount of years, like a bunch of years. Okay, and I don't want to get into all the details of that, um, uh, but basically, what this guy does is when it gets released, he basically sells them. He dumps them on the market. So you got all this constant down sell pressure on XRP Ripple. So that's one of the reasons why I never really liked the coin that much, even though it's often touted by its community as it's going to be replace Swift and it's going to be this next big thing. Um, you know, it just hasn't materialized. And here you can see they were moving this coin at 65 cents. Now, that doesn't mean that he was going to dump it, but let's take a look at what happened. So that's December 1st. Okay. Now, if we go to December 1st on the chart, this is a 3-day chart. Let me just go to a 1 day to make it simple. If we go to December 1st on the 1 day, we can see that that was right where? Here. Okay, 65 cents. Now, notice what this just pumped from. It pumped from 21 cents all the way up to 78 cents, but then it kind of, it's normal for crypto to come down from a spike that high and then come down, and it was like at 65 cents. Now, why is this guy moving all his coins at this moment? And the question is, what caused this pump in the preceding days, right? Why did it go from where it was languishing here at like 24 cents, and then all of a sudden start to pump? I mean, Ripple's a big market cap coin, meaning that you need a lot of money to really, really move this market. It's not a small cap coin. The smaller the coin, the less money it takes to really blow it up. Um, but the bigger the coin, like Ripple, XRP, it's going to take a lot of serious money to make a move like this. A 260% move it did, okay, from just, a month earlier. Seriously, from like November 5th, as you see there, and, it went up 260%. That's pretty ridiculous, right? That takes a lot of money to move that. So do you think that this move here, do you think that this 260% move here was coordinated in order so that this guy, uh, where's the guy? Where's the guy? Where's his face? So that this handsome fella here could dump on all you fools out there. That's the way he would think of you, right? He's going to think like, we're going to run this price up because I know I need to get rid of my coins. I know the SEC is coming out with a lawsuit, I'm gonna basically almost 3x my wealth, and then I'm gonna trickle it out on everybody else. Okay, now he didn't dump all his coins because a lot of them are still being released in escrow over the years, but you can imagine how this is a very, very nice pump, and they probably dumped millions upon millions of dollars up here at 260% of a premium. Okay, so these are the kind of things you want to look out for. Now, when I saw this news, it was up here. I didn't really think too much about it. I don't own this coin. I don't really like this coin very much. In my group, I've pretty much expressed that. And then what happened was it came down to around here, and then I saw another article that they were getting sued, and I made a message in my Nacho Research Lab. Look, guys, this just doesn't smell right. It doesn't feel right. Time to get out. Time to sell. Okay, so like Tika doesn't send any sell messages. As a matter of fact, he sent a message today saying like, well, we think that they'll fight it and they'll win it and everything. For those of you who have the risk tolerance, just hang in there and hodl. And I'm thinking like, no, that's not the move to do, and that's why you don't want to only use the Palm Beach. The move was to sell in here. And as a matter of fact, if we go back a little bit, if we go back on the BTC chart, you can see here we were talking in the room and we were saying how XRP looked like the chart looked good here for a big spike up. This is what's called a bull flag. So you want to be around somebody who's in the market every day, who's looking at it live. And I don't follow every single coin and every single movement every hour, but some of these big, more obvious moves that take a while to materialize, you could set yourself up for some really nice trades. And here, indeed, anybody that took this trade, they were able to get in for 80% right there, right? Over the course of just a few days. So if you wanted to do that, sell half on a 50% move or something like that, you could have done that. But look at what has happened since. This is, it's kind of trailed off, and you could say, well, it's consolidating, it's no big deal. And then all of a sudden, just started to make, lower highs and lower lows, and then boom, then the bottom fell out. So at about 40 some cents, let's go back to the USD chart. That was the Bitcoin chart. At about 40 some cents, I told my folks, I said, look, let's just get out of here. 48 cents, 47 cents. So I was like, this just doesn't look good. I don't like the way this is dropping, and this is probably going to get much worse. Sure enough, it had a spike up for a day, but then boom, the bottom fell out here. The bottom started to fall out. Actually, it was right here where I gave the notice here, right? Because it came back up, came back down, and I said, look, time to get out. This doesn't feel right. And sure enough, look how much it's fallen from that top, 73%. And yeah, it's come back up here a little bit. If we blow this up here, it's come back up a little bit. But where is this going? I don't know. But the point is, you wanted to get out of it here and then reassess the damage, right? Get out here, and then you can always rebuy back here, right, at like half the price. So you could get double the coin, or you can get your position, take half your position off the table. And that's something that we watch for these kind of things in the Nacho Research Lab. We're looking at them live. We're not waiting for Tika Tawari to tell us, way past the move, a week later and say, what, we think Ripple is going to win the lawsuit. So you should just, maybe hodl or maybe sell if you don't have the appetite for the risk. I mean, is that really an answer? So that's another frustrating thing about Palm Beach for new people who come in. It's not a trading publication, but in crypto, you really need to be a trader. And what I mean is, not a trader maybe like me who really understands these charts and follows these assets closely, but at least have somebody being able to give you to color in the picture a bit of what is going on here so that you can make a better decision for yourself. And I take a lot of pride in helping my folks in the room do that. I don't tell them exactly what to do because I could always be wrong. All right. you know, I mean, that's one thing that you'll never hear that these big marketing companies like Palm Beach ever say. They'll never say like, look, we could be wrong. They say blah, blah, blah. And they spit out all these numbers and why this project's going to be poised to be, the next $1 trillion company or next multi-billion dollar company, but that's a lot of hype. That's a lot of hype, right? Very few are going to achieve that. So look at this huge dump. Realize that you could have avoided that by being in the Nacho Research Lab, and right here you're making thousands of dollars that you're saving yourself, right? If you're going into these things with bigger positions, especially. So you join with me, and you're gonna end up just saving money, making money, and it's really a no-brainer. So if you're watching this, consider yourself fortunate. Again, I don't say that to brag. I say that to be like, look, help yourself out. Get with a guy like me who can help you and help you navigate these tricky markets. Because guys like this, who gets his gets his haircut every week, he is taking your money, and he took your money here. He took it. He took a lot of money here, and he's been taking money out of XRP holders by dumping the coin, millions of dollars, whether it's every week or every month. I forget what it is, but it's a constant downward sell pressure or a sell pressure on this coin. So anyway, let's move along. We could see here our whales dumping their coins. The funny thing about this is, and when you're a peon in crypto, and when you just buy the publications like the Palm Beach, and you don't like have any other guidance, you're going to be holding on to your coin for dear life as it's plummeting. You don't have anybody to guide you. Then you get an update from Tika saying, hey, just maybe you just want to hang in there. We think we're going to come through this. Oh, really? We were just at 70 some cents. Now we're at 20 some cents. I mean, really? XRP was supposed to be this, replacement for Swift in the banking industry. That never materialized. So what we want to look at here, what I thought was really interesting, is they said that, okay, so here's the analysis. Sentiment analysts found that ever since the SEC announced its charges, a number of wallets with large amounts of XRP seem to be shrinking. That means the whales are getting rid of their coins. Sentiment data indicated that wallets that hold 10 million XRP or more, worth more than $500,000, have been on the decline. XRP whales addressed have dropped by 18 soon after the SEC sued the Ripple founder. So basically, the smart money, the money the big money that's in this coin, is saying, you know what? And that's why I told my folks in the room. I said, look, I anticipate a lot of people are finally going to say enough of Ripple, throw in the white towel. Doesn't mean it's going to fail in the long run. That's not what I'm saying here, but people have had enough of this kind of stuff. All the downward selling pressure by this Larson, the split, all the nonsense, the promises that never materialize. And so I said a lot of people are going to throw in the white towel here. And sure enough, that's what happens. The whales started to capitulate and throw it in, but not before they ran that price up and dumped on you. Okay, so you got to be careful, and you got to look for these things. And when they pump, you might say, maybe what's coming here? What's coming? Are they going to dump on us? Maybe time to take some profit here. And that way, when they dump, you could say, "Woo, I got my profit locked in, baby," or I got my total position out of this, and I was just waiting to see what's going to happen. Sure, if I might end up having to buy in a little bit higher, so what? At least it saves me from that plunging knife. Look at this knife right on down, and this might even get worse. So who knows where it's going? I hope for XRP holders it doesn't go any further, but who knows? But this is the interesting part that I wanted to get to. Okay, so the whales have dumped, right? I just illustrated that through this article, however, analysts at Sentiment pointed out that a number of the XRP wallets that hold less than 10,000 XRP. So what's that? Like $3,000-$4,000. At this point it's like $2,000, but it was almost $10,000 just a few days ago. Has not reduced. So the little guppies, the little people that buy the Palm Beach and say, I want to get rich with this coin. I'm gonna hold it, and Tika says it's gonna do well. They got wrecked here, and they're not selling. They didn't sell. Their number of wallets that hold less than $5,000 worth of XRP. those people are still clinging on for dear life, but the smart money is already gone. All right, so where does that leave you? So just be careful. I'm not trying to pat myself on the back here. I'm just giving the facts. I saw this coming. I already had not owned any XRP. I don't really believe in it. And if you're in my group and ask me your opinion about opinion about XRP, I have a list of 10 10 different reasons why I don't really like it and why. And one of those reasons is because there's so many other better things out there to buy. Okay. And then you could look at some anecdotal things like this. This is funny. This is a post from 2 years ago. Somebody did the calculation and they calculated Chris Larson's stake in XRP, and then everybody's hyping up XRP. It's like, oh, this is going to go to, this coin is probably worth about $20 a piece. We're getting in at 30 cents or 50 cents or $1. We're going to all become rich. But at $20 per coin, that puts Larson's net worth at $373 billion when Bill Gates is only worth about $86 billion. I'm not saying only, but at the time, 2 years ago, I think through the Corona hoax, this guy is now worth like $200 billion. But that's beside the point. What you want to look at is this realistic? Could this guy, by creating this Ripple, become by far the richest guy, or one of the richest guy in the world? Simply because this coin is going to appreciate that much. Don't be so sure about that. So anyway, there's a lot of articles and a lot of, you could call them FUD. You say fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It's creating doubt in the project and stuff like that, and rightfully so, right? But I think I believe that Ripple is around 8 years old right now. So they've been around a while. They have tons of money. I do expect them to fight this. And there's probably going to, at the end of the day, there's going to be some settlement reached, even though here it says that they're turning down the SEC settlement offer. There's an offer. So this might have been just a shakedown for money, and maybe they are confident. And who knows? Maybe they come out on the other side of this with a big win. Right? It's very possible. Crypto, you just can't underestimate anything. And don't be so sure if sometimes the whales, they're going to run this up, right? Like the guys like Chris Larson and all the big XRP holders, and they're in on the information. They sell up here, of course. Then they dump it back down. And now when everybody's capitulating and giving up, they come in and they buy it up again because they know that the SEC, it's not going to crush Ripple. Maybe they even know that there are some bank deals in the pipeline that are going to absolutely explode this coin. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm saying that could be what's going on here. And so they're going to try to drive the price down as low as possible now. They're going to start accumulating from all those guppies that hold 10,000 Ripple or 20,000 Ripples or 5,000 Ripples, and they're going to start taking them, and people are going to get out, and then they're going to run it back up again. Okay? Unfortunately, that's the way the world works. That's the way markets work. And that's why you don't ever want to be fighting against whales and institutional money. You want to be riding on their coattails and following them around and saying, hey, what are you guys up to? You want to follow what they're doing, okay? And I hope, hopefully, that I can help teach you a bit how to do that. So now let's move along here. Let's move out of Ripple. And so the title for this was Ripple XRP El Busto. Is it El Busto? I don't think it is. That's the bottom line. I don't think Ripple's El Busto. I think it's going to survive. I think there's a lot of shenanigans going on with this market. They're playing with it. I think they have a lot of money to fight it, pay people off, and whatever they need to do. So I wouldn't worry too much about it going busto. But again, wouldn't you like to have sold up here, in here, and gotten out, and now you can make an assessment. Okay, I'm in cash now, or I'm in Bitcoin now. What do I want to do? Do I want to get back in now? Or do I want to wait a little bit longer? Or do I want to set an order down here so that when the price comes and tickles down here again by 20 cents, because it went down to 21 cents, I'll get back in. And then I'm comfortable with that. If it goes a little lower, no big deal. I already saved myself enough money by capitalizing on this pump, right? By being in a group, by paying attention, by listening to some of the things that I have to say, because I've been through this kind of stuff a lot. I'm not always going to have the answer, I'm not always going to say what's right. I'm not always going to give the correct prediction on things. But I have a pretty good feel for these things. Let's put it that way. So let's talk about a coin now, where I'm going to give. Here's a freebie, a free giveaway, free giveaway. Okay, I'm going to talk about one of Palm's recommendations in the last issue. He gave 7 coins, and I love all the coins except for one right now. And this could change, right, as I do deeper research. This is called Celsius Network. And so Palm came out with its last recommendation of 7 coins. And this was one of them, Celsius Network. Now, here's the interesting thing. Now, first of all, look at this chart, how gorgeous this is, right? How gorgeous this coin is, okay? I mean, we've got big pump up, and then it dumped down, but then it recovered really strongly, and it's just been in like this incredible run here. I mean, here's the Ichimoku cloud, and you just see that this is just such a strong trend that's going on here. That's versus USD. So it went all the way from, March was that rough month where everything dumped 5 cents all the way up to $3.30. That's a gain of or 3 cents actually. That's a gain of 1,000, or I'm sorry, 10,000%. 10,000%. Okay, that's incredible, right? 10,000. That's 100x your money. So it went from 3 cents to over $3. That's 100x your money. Now, Tika did not say buy it over here, though. He just said to buy it over here now, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you, like, another reason why you might want to get into a group with me. Now, I could be wrong about this coin, but here's why I don't like this recommendation. And these are kind of things that, you're not going to know how to do. And obviously, Tika doesn't know how to do either. Or, sometimes this makes me question, like, why is Palm recommending this here after this has had a 100x? 100x is 10,000%, as you see up here. You see that 10,000%? I'm just drawing that. So here's what I'm doing, right? Just so you know, I'm drawing this. Actually, okay, so it's not 10,000%. Sorry, let me get that back. Oh, well, it is from the bottom. Okay, so if I draw it from the bottom, it's over 10,000%. Okay. If I draw the line from here, it's only 7,000%. So let's just say 7,000%, right? So it's 75x your money, or 7,500% up here, right? You understand that? So it's moving from here, the price, up to here. That's 7,500%. Whatever, 7,000%, 10,000%. You're talking a lot of money here, all right? So when did Tika recommend it, though? When did Tika recommend it? Well, he recommended it right here the other day. So I draw this line here. You understand? Okay. So it's actually up since he recommended it. Fantastic. That's why I buy the Palm Beach, right? So, we're making money already. But here's why I don't like this recommendation. Even though this trend looks absolutely gorgeous, it looks amazing. And then let's go to the Bitcoin chart here too. This is versus Bitcoin. Versus Bitcoin, it's done as well as Bitcoin is done. It's done over 1,284% better than Bitcoin. So this is why you want to be in on the Palm, because you want to get in on these kind of coins, but you want to get in early. You want to get in over here, right? And these are the kind of things we hunt for in the Nacho Research Lab. We don't want to be buying up here. We want to be buying over here, maybe over here, right? Oh, nice breakout. Okay. Oh, yeah. We want to be buying here and here, not up here, in my opinion. But aside from just the big run up, and I don't like the recommendation just based on that. Here's where sort of my knowledge comes into play. Now, I could be wrong. This thing could go to $1 zillion, but here's where I'm going to just show you some very basics about how I looked at this coin and why I determined I don't want any part of it. Okay. First of all, we already have a huge bull run, right? I just showed you on the USD chart, however you look at it, 10,000 or 7,000%. Okay, so it's already had that. So do you want to be buying something that just went up in the past, 8 months, 7,000 or 10,000%? So right there, there's something a little bit off about that. I don't want to be buying something that just went up that much. Second of all, okay, let's look at Celsius Network a little bit closely here on CoinGecko. So there's the current price. Wow, right? It went from 3 cents to $3.34. This is everybody's kind of crypto dream right here, right? You invest $500 back then or $600, you're a millionaire now, okay? But notice, Tika's recommending it now at $3 and $3 plus, not back at 3 cents. All right, so let's get that straight. All right, but here's what I don't like. Okay, I am not even commenting on this platform. I haven't used it. It's a lending platform where you give them your crypto and then they give you out loans. There's tons of platforms that are doing this now. There's nothing special about this, in my opinion. Okay. There's going to be a lot more. So why does this have almost a $1.3 billion valuation, or valuation? Valuation meaning market cap, meaning the market is saying like, look, this is what all the coins. You take the amount of circulating coins times the market cap, and you get that. Well, that's only even half the market cap. The other half, the market cap, is, probably locked up or, whatever. I haven't even dug into that. I don't even need to dig into that to decide that this is not an investment for me. And I question Palm Beach's, I question Palm Beach's recommendation here. I really do, and I'm gonna tell you why. So these are kind of the tokenomics, and you could get into the different contracts and when they're going to be released and everything. But so we have half the supply that's in play right now. Half the supply is, locked in smart contracts or with the team. We have a $1.3 billion market cap. Now, that's not so scary to me. There are projects out there that are definitely worth, over $1 billion, and this surely could be one of them. They're the number 23 cryptocurrency in the world. Out of thousands of cryptocurrencies, they're number 23. Okay, they're very close to breaking into the top 20. That's very significant. And until this time, I had only just sort of heard about them. So who are these guys, right? So here we go, right? This is where I decided not to make this is where I decided that I'm not going to invest in this. Now, most of the we're going to look at the exchanges, okay? The exchanges. Where is this thing traded? And what kind of volume does the trade do, right? So if we look at, let me bring up another CoinGecko chart, okay? And we're going to go scroll down to Celsius, which is here, right? Which is number 23. And let's just take the coin underneath it, one underneath it. Now, I'm just doing this blindly. I could be making a fool out of myself here. But I don't think I am. Let's see. All right, so yeah, just look at this. Celsius Network, trading volume, right? 8,700,000 yesterday, right? And that's a 24-hour trading volume. But look at Crypto.com. Crypto.com, CRO coin, had $46 million of trading, right? That is like a lot more. And Cosmos had $286 million of trading, and so on and so forth. You can see all these numbers are very large. So Celsius Network, for a coin this size with a $1.3 billion market cap, or sort of valuation in crypto, right? This is what the market is saying that the project is worth at $3.34 a coin. It's at $8 million. That's really small. That's really small. Here's another one, Leo token. You think that one's overvalued? Look at that. Look at that paltry volume. I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. But anyway, Celsius Network. So why is the trading volume so small? Now, here's another thing. I'm going to give you guys a tip. All right. Even if you don't join up with me at the Nacho Research Lab, this is a good way that you can learn. You can take this and you can apply it to your crypto investing. Okay, so when I go to their exchanges that they do business on, right, and where they trade, what do I find? Now, I have Uniswap. Uniswap is awesome. right? I mean, that's incredible. You can trade anything for ETH. It's totally decentralized. You really need to learn how to use that. If you don't, I could help you learn how to use that if you join the Nacho Research Lab. But I don't want to get into Uniswap. But so great, they're on Uniswap. But anybody could be on Uniswap, right? And that's where most of their volume is taking place. Half of it, as a matter of fact, $3.7 million a day. Fantastic. We love Uniswap, okay? But what centralized exchanges are they trading on? Are they on Binance? Are they on Coinbase? Are they on Gemini? Are they on Kraken? Are they on Bitstamp? The answer to all that is no. All of the big exchanges, they're not even on. So I say, wait a second. Somehow this coin got to be worth $1.3 billion in market cap, and yet they don't even trade on one of the major exchanges? That's a red flag to me. And now here's why. When you have very little liquidity, and that's what I would call this, because you have decent liquidity on Uniswap, but then on centralized exchanges you have nothing. What that tells me is that, because Liquid and AX, I don't even know what these are. Let's open up all the trading pairs, right? But System Coin, Bilaxi, I mean, I know some of these exchanges. I've traded on some of these exchanges, but they're tiny. Okay, and you can see the volumes here are really low. So what this tells me is, and they're doing most of their business on Uniswap, most of their trading. Okay, so Uniswap, great, but this is still a very paltry amount for a coin this size of over $1 billion. So what does that tell me? That tells me that this coin is very illiquid. Okay, that means if I want to get rid of this coin, now if I'm a smaller player or whatever, I can dump $80,000 of this coin, no problem, within 2% of the quoted price on Uniswap. You might say, well, that's fine for me. That's fine for you. That's great. But let me tell you why that's not good for the long run for you. And that's because when you have a price, a market cap like this, okay, which is, I just compared it to other volumes that are taking place, which are many, many multiples higher because those coins are more liquid. What's going to happen is when this coin gets listed on a more liquid exchange, okay, and I pretty much guarantee you this is going to happen. It's going to come to Binance, it's going to come to Coinbase or one of these, or maybe a few of them. And then what's going to happen is the price is going to spike up some more. All these whales that have been accumulating this coin on these smaller exchanges, okay, they are going to go like, yes, it's time to get paid. And then as everybody and the Palm Beach people and stuff like that FOMO into this coin, because it's going from $3.35 up to $4, they are going to dump it like there's no tomorrow, and they're going to dump it way, way back down. They're going to probably dump it. I'm going to tell you, we don't know how high this will go before it starts dumping because it's in this mega bull trend. But what I would say is that this is probably going to dump. Well, we don't know where the top is, so I can't really draw the top with any kind of accuracy here. But most likely, this thing is going to drop all the way back down, minimally, probably to here. Okay, to like 40 cents, maybe 70, maybe if we're lucky, $1. It holds at $1. Okay, so maybe it doesn't happen. And I hope for the Celsius holders and the people that are in the Palm Beach right now going out and buying Celsius, I hope I'm wrong, okay? But I'm not buying this thing. And that's why it's not liquid enough. And when the liquidity finally does come, the whales are going to use that as an opportunity to dump it on everyone else. And what they want to do is create excitement, and they have, because look at this chart. It's so mega bullish, right? It's so mega bullish. And one of the reasons is that, people that hold large amounts of this coin, they don't really have a place to dump it. Okay, so the whales in this coin don't have a market or an audience to dump it on. When it comes to the bigger exchanges, where there's a lot more players, little players, medium-sized players, big players, without knowledge, they're going to FOMO into this coin at one point, and then the whales are going to be there going like this: take it. Take my Celsius, and eventually the price is going to collapse. So anyway, that's it. I just don't look at this, they're gathering all my cookies and stuff like that. I don't know. What does their token do? It gives you discounts on the loans and things like that, crypto loans. Big deal. There's a few people that do that. So again, there's the free tip for you from Nacho. Get in the research lab if you like this kind of analysis, if you like these kind of pointers, if you like making money, if you want some more active buy and sell sort of information. If you want my opinion on projects you bring to me, some guy in my room, God bless him, lovely guy. He's talking about this coin. I had to say, look, it sounds like a Ponzi to me. You want to go buy it, you go buy it, but I wouldn't put my money into it because I've seen this before. I've seen all the elements of a scam, and it smells very scammy to me. Good luck with it, but I don't recommend it for anybody. This is the kind of truth that I'm going to try to give to all the people in my room. Anyway, have a wonderful and a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year for anybody watching this during the holidays. And God bless and take care. And it's Nacho out. Join the Nacho Research Lab. You can find information below if you'd like to join up with us. You will get, I'll give you the Palm Beaches and all that good stuff. And but you're going to get a lot more than that, So anyway, take care. Bye-bye.